Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I did a little showcase. I've been like real busy with work and I've been accumulating some good stuff though. Um, so this one might be one of my better hauls in recent times. But let me get right into it. I picked up this expensive piece of art and piece of history, really, what I think. And I recently read Thanos' quest in Infinity Gauntlet Saga, and I was so impressed by the whole storyline and Thanos. I'm like I like Thanos in the MCU, but I wanted to read some of what it was based on, and I actually like Thanos' quest in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline better than the MCU. They definitely changed a lot. They really didn't really. I mean, they somewhat uh, you know, stuck with the original stuff, but not really. It's totally different. But this original art, this is the colors for page 17 of Thanos Quest. I was really impressed with the colors of this limited 1-2 series. It was only the 2-book run of Thanos Quest. The colors was done by Tom Vincent. Now this isn't the inks or the pencils, it's just the colors. What I guess with this is just that like some acetate overlay, and that I guess that helps them do the colors. I don't know like how that works, but either way, it's a sick piece of art and piece of history, because this is the first time Thanos acquired one of the gems. If you really think about it, this panel, these panels on this page is like what started basically what the MCU, what that Infinity storyline and MCU stuff was all about Thanos acquiring the gems. Now this is the first gem that he got. I'm pretty sure, I want to say it was the Soul Gem. He acquired the Soul Gem from this guy called the In-Betweener. If you haven't read the Thanos Quest or the Infinity Saga, I would recommend it. It's definitely way different. The way I read it, I had this book, which covered like the Silver Surfer like lead up books and Thanos Quest, and then I picked up the trade paperback of the Infinity Gauntlet. But yeah, this is the first time he acquired the Soul Gem from this guy, the In-Betweener. And it basically, like, this last panel, when he's like, he's basically like grabbing it from the dude's head, reminds me of the scene in MCU, whatever movie that was, the one before Endgame. But I paid up for it. It was on my comic shop for a while. Like I think it at one point, I remember seeing the prices of this piece kept dropping. The guy that, I guess the consigner wanted to get some money for it or whatever, but I ended up paying a little over $2,000 for it. I think it's worth it. For this panel, it's tough to get original pencils and stuff like that. The pencils for this probably, who knows what they would go for now, tens, thousands, I don't know. especially because it's done by Ron Lim, if I'm not mistaken. Jim Starlin did the storyline. But yeah, this is one of those pieces where I'm gonna just hold on to. I would not be surprised if this thing was worth more than what I paid for a couple years down the line, but either way, I'm not selling it. It's just a piece of art. To me, the colors of the Thanos quest like really just popped for me. Like the Tom Vincent did a awesome job coloring the two books. And like I said, that Thanos quest storyline, basically him acquiring the gems, the Infinity Gems, just top notch. Like in my book, for like probably at the pinnacle of like 90s comic book story and art to me. But and that, like I said, it sparked, that right there sparked the MCU, or at least the Thanos storyline in the MCU. But yeah, it's almost shocking that I own something like this. But yeah, it's gonna hang on my wall for a long time, and I'm really excited to have it. Like now I'm like reading that, I really want Thanos' first appearance, because I just like, he was good in the MCU, but I really like him in the comics. But yeah. Anyways, I acquired this on eBay because I was really like, sometimes when I have like an itch to scratch, I'm just like, I gotta buy it just to get it out of my system. But I really wanted, I was just like, kind of want a 10.0 or something. And and I saw this one up there. It was like $200 on eBay, 200, and then I ended up getting a deal on it. But it's Gears of War Sourcebook 1. It's a Stephen Platt cover. And he didn't really do a lot of covers. I mean, he's done some covers, but mainly what you think of is the Moon Knight ones. But this one is a sick cover. It's a Gem Mint 10. I have a feeling that the Gem Mint 10s are gonna be worth something down the line. It's not, I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy every Gem Mint 10. It's just, I wanted one in my collection, just to like I said, get it out of my system, because I'm gonna just be like thinking about it like all the time. But now that I have one, it's just like, okay, I have a Gem Mint 10. I don't need one in my collection. So yeah, that's why I picked that up. Plus, I love the Gears of War franchise. I think they might be doing something good with on Netflix. So who knows? This isn't like the first. This is like, I think like in between book between the first series and the next series. But yeah, that's the Gem Mint 10. And this one, this is a personal grail for me, and honestly was like, wanted to grab a Forever People, because I love Darkseid. I think he's you know, he's a top 5 villain across all comics, DC and Marvel. It's just, they haven't really done him justice in live action. I mean, I think they could have been, they were working on something with the Snyder verse, but that got cut out, or that's not going on anymore. I liked him in that, but they could have done Darkseid's like, he's just like Thanos but better. because he came first, but they could have been the world building around Darkseid and all his rogues gallery of people that's with him. They could have been doing that, and just like the whole building something around the Justice League, what they were trying to do in the Snyder verse, but that's not going to happen. He'll be back because he's just too good of a villain not to do in live action. But I don't necessarily I like all his stuff in the animated stuff. Even going back to like the Super Friends stuff. So that's and this is the first full. It's not the cameo from the Jimmy Olsen ones, and quite frankly, those weren't really much. It was just like one panel of his head or something. So either way, but what's special about this one is that it is signed by Jack Kirby, and I really wanted a signature of Jack Kirby's. He wasn't known for signing it on the cover. He signed it on the inside. But either way, it's a little bit more rare to get his signature. And yeah, he with Jack Kirby, he was a legend, and I loved his artwork. What he did with the Fantastic Four and Stan Lee, and then he went on to do some stuff with DC. So it's like, it's tough to get this book in high grade as well. So I got a 9.0, or at least the CBC has 9.0, in white pages. So that's tough. Yeah, and I'm just glad to have a Jack Kirby signature in my collection. I paid $700 for this particular book. I don't care about the price. It's a Jack Kirby signed book, and it's like the first full appearance of Darkseid. I'm not complaining. I'm not gonna think twice about that price. So I think that's a good price, especially to get something that I wanted in my collection, and it's signed by Jack Kirby. But yeah, I'm so stoked to have that. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, I got some books back from CGC, the Adam Hughes signed stuff. I got that bad boy signed. Let me move this back a little bit. Yeah, I got that bad boy signed, the Vampirella. Came back a 9.2 off-white. Okay. When I submitted that, I knew that it wasn't gonna get a 9.8, because I knew there was some kind of stuff going on with it. It had like some. If it was pressed, it would have been fine. It would probably been a little bit better, 9.6 maybe. But yeah, I didn't know about I just picked a couple out to go get sent. So either way, it's a PC book, so it's not like I'm losing money here. But yeah, I got that one, and this bad boy, this Power Girl #2, Adam Hughes, 9.8. Really cool. Glad to have it. Yeah, so really excited to have those two in the PC. Like I said, I love the Signature Series stuff going on with CGC. Some people hate on it, like, you need to see the people and talk to them. I'm like, you know how hard that's gonna be? I track down Adam Hughes in any convention right now, like, and I mean, I would love to. I would love to go to convention and meet them and then get my stuff signed and then go jump through all the hoops to get it verified and then sent off to CGC and basically do everything like that and take the time to do that. I'm not like I'm thinking of like a time thing, like, and a comfortability thing. It's like if I have the opportunity to send off some books to get signed that I wanted to get signed, and it's easier than tracking down people at cons, then I'm gonna do it. You know, it's. I don't see why people like hate on that. Like, that's a service that they provide that it benefits like people like me that you call it late being lazy or whatever. I'm a fan of his artwork and I wanted some book signed. That's how I approach it. It's not like I don't see why people they hate on the signature series that CGC provides. I mean, it almost like it's more affordable to do it this way than go to the conventions because you're gonna spend, my opinion, way more money at the convention. But that's just me. I mean, I'll go to the conventions too, but there's really like, I'm gonna have to, where I'm at, I'm driving a couple hours to a convention, maybe more. Anyways, I'm glad to have these in the collection though. Great books. All right, this is going to be a my comic shop haul for the month. I picked up this book because it was super, super cheap. They were asking $18 for this slab. I'm a big fan of Corey Smith's art. And this is Moon Knight number 8 of the modern run. Like, I got a slab for $18. Like, the raws on their shop are like $10, and this for a 9.8 is $18. So I was like, I guess I'll just pick it up just to throw it in the collection. I enjoy that cover. I enjoy Corey Smith's art. All right, this I got to pick up and read, but also it is this is a, I guess, a back issue magazine, but I like it because it's an homage to the Batman 227. It has it's basically a tribute to Neil Adams. I think it has some really I think it has a bunch of cool interviews and that I'm gonna read. Good reading material, but also a great cover. Like, come on, I love a good Neil Adams homage. Now this is Comics Journal 84. I nabbed this up. This is Todd McFarlane's first published art, really. He like sent in some, I think he sent in some stuff. I don't know. Yeah, this is real early Todd McFarlane. So this is actually getting kind of hard to find. I don't know, it's gotten hard to find. And if you're looking, they said this is a VG copy. It looks decent. It's not torn up or anything like that. It's got some spine wear, but you're basically buying it for the interior. Let's see. Let's go over these. Some Rob books. Little Nightmares. This is based on a video game on the PlayStation. I'm pretty sure, but it's tough to find, or it's tough to find cheap. And they had this up for, I don't know, less than $5 or something like that. It wasn't much, but yeah, but people were asking for like stupid money, like 20-30 bucks online for that, and I'll take it. A lot of this I will be sending to CGC because they're a little bit of, got a little bit of value up in the higher grades. This is Castlevania Belmont Legacy #1. This is also pretty pricey when you're looking for it online, but they had, I don't remember, I forget what they had for on my comic shop, maybe less than 10 bucks, but I nabbed that up. What else we got? I picked this up because I'm trying to look at testing these my comic shop's grading, because they have stuff that's like, they say it's fine, but I've had stuff that they said is fine, and then I turn it into, and it gets like a 9.4 or something stupid. But this is the Canadian price variant of, or at least they said it was, which doesn't look to be. Huh. I don't know. They said that was a Canadian price variant, but I would think it would be $1, but it's, huh. Anyways, I gotta look into that and see what's going on with that. But this is Cobra Kai #1. Yeah, I just picked that up because it was cheap, and I like Cobra Kai. I like the property. I've been looking for it, but, and this is Force Awakens #1. I'm not a big fan of the sequel trilogy that Disney's doing, but this is the first appearance of Rey in comics, and supposedly they're doing something with her, some sequel trilogy. Let's hope not. Let's hope that they come to their senses and say this is a terrible franchise and start over. But yeah, this I picked up because it was cheap, and yeah, there is some issues with it now. It's basically a reader copy. This is Borderlands Origins. Just wanted to pick that up because it was cheap. This is also kind of like a reader copy as well because it has some spine issues. Wolfman Free Comic Book Day. This has some traction with Invincible, so there will be something going on with this book when he pops up in the story. This is Thrawn #6. Picked that up pretty cheap. Whoa. This is a very beat up copy of 4-color 990, which is the first appearance of Huckleberry Hound. They had it as a good, and now that I know why. I guess it could be worse, but it's definitely every bit of that good grade right there. But yeah, just wanted to zoom out a little bit. I'm not a big fan of this camera angle. It's not getting all the comic, but we got this Undertaker chromed out Dynamic Forces That's dope. That is fucking sick. It's got the COA of the dynamic forces. This is another kind of a hard book to get in high grade, but from what I see, this is probably a 9.0 candidate, 9 point something. Dead Space. This is pricey book if you're looking for another pricey video game book. This is also, I picked this up pretty cheap. I've been wanting one to get signed by Rob Liefeld. That's Deathstroke number 12. Kind of like a homage. Ooh, it's rough. Man. This one's a little rough, but yeah, Tweety Bird, or 4-color. 406, the first Tweety and Sylvester. Yeah, it's got like tape pull all over it and a lot of spine issues, but I didn't pay a lot for these. The ones that were the beat up ones weren't very expensive. I did get, this is what I picked up. I wanted to read this because I really like Windsor Smith's artwork, so I'm gonna read that. I haven't read it yet, so wanted to read some Weapon X. So yeah, I'll read that. This is Canadian edition, price variant, Daredevil 197. And I've been picking up Mark Jewelers, especially if they're cheap. It's so weird how my comic shop, it'll be like, they'll have the same, it's weird how they do the Mark Jewelers prices with them. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand their reasoning or why they do it, but that's fine by me, how they're doing it. They'll have the same, like they'll have this Iron Man 127, a fine, not Mark Jewelers, like priced higher than actual Mark Jewelers fine. Like this will be like $5, and then the other back issue without the Mark Jewelers will be like $10. So I don't understand their pricing, but it's okay with me because I'm getting a Mark Jewelers for this less than the price of a not Mark Jewelers. And these, and this is 124. $125. And this is another good little good book. Spider-Woman 20, Mark Jewelers. This is the first meeting between Spider-Man and Spider-Woman. And they say that this is a fine, and this looks, for a fine, it looks pretty nice. That's why I was getting them, because I know that their grading's usually pretty conservative. And this is Modern Warfare 2. Really good book. I love, like, I've always liked Call of Duty. I haven't played Call of Duty in a while because I like other games, because you get caught up in just because it's the same stuff every year, Call of Duty. But it is fun to just run around and shoot stuff, you know what I mean? So I love Call of Duty. One day they're gonna do like a Call of Duty movie or whatever, or like a TV show or something. They'll do some more with the franchise. But that's tough book to get if you're looking for it online. And I paid like I think $15 for it. So some people will be asking like $50 for that book. A couple pre-orders. I got wanted to read some Rocketeer, Adam Hughes cover. This is Warframe Convention Edition. It's not really that. It's nothing special about this. I used to play Warframe like crazy. Like it used to be my go-to game on PlayStation whenever there wasn't really much to play. I was like back in the day. But I got one more Mark Jewelers. This Power Man and Iron Fist. That's a sick cover. And it is like the fourth appearance of Sabretooth, and it's supposedly like a classic battle or something. Probably end up opening up and reading it because I love that cover. This is Wonder Woman 9, Canadian price variant. I just picked it up because it was cheap, and it's the first appearance of Cheetah, or the second Cheetah, I guess. And then we got, pretty sure this is a James Bond cover. James Bond cover. I forget the artist. Lyrics? I don't know. She's pretty good. Good stuff there. I know that was a lot.